men are petty. Men like to say, "I fuck Peter Gunz' baby mother."
Right. There's also a level of...
That happens to me all the time.
Really?
And I'm like, which one? I got 6 of them.
Yeah. Right.
And I'm not with none of them. Which one did you have, my friend? So I could tell you how she likes it.
We are here with rap legend, New York legend, Peter Gunz.
Wow.
Thank you so much for being here, Peter.
Thank you for that introduction.
Yeah. Well, I hung out with you. I know you through my boyfriend, Colin, and you did his podcast, Sounds from the Cellar.
That's my guy.
And every time I saw you, you were rolling deep with the ladies. And I was like, who the fuck is this dude? And he goes, Colin's like, oh, that's Peter Gunz. Like, women will line up for that D. And I was like, okay. Wow. But you're so charming. But you're also very vulnerable. And like, I remember when I looked at your Instagram, I'm like, you're an avid vegetarian and like anti-meat eating, which I love. Yeah. And so I love your specific brand of masculinity. It's beautiful. And I'm curious, like the evolution, you weren't always like this. So like, how did it start? Like what was like manliness to you when you were younger?
Oh, my dad was really manly. I mean, you wouldn't have thought that. I was mostly into just dancing and music, and I love Prince. Yeah, I always tell people the story how my father said he was concerned about me when I was younger because I love Prince. And I'm not talking about Prince. I'm not talking about Purple Rain. I'm talking about like, I was messing with Prince during like, I say Dirty Mind. So at that time, there was no Purple Rain or 1999. This was early Prince before the world really, knew who he was. And my father used to be like, why is my son infatuated with this little guy with the heels and the tights on?
He is tiny.
Yeah, but my father was real manly. He boxed. Yeah. He was his day job was a plumber, but by night he was, he drank a lot and he didn't take too much shit. So
wow.
I would say my father, I would credit him. And just growing up in the South Bronx, no matter how it was rough.
Yeah.
So no matter what you try to do in life, like me, I was a musician. I knew that from a kid. I was a drummer. But going to the schools and being in the neighborhood, I turned into a felon, a teenage father, all the typical things that happen growing up in there. And I got locked up for gun, went to jail. So
oh shit,
all the shit that could happen that could turn you into that. But I was never a troublemaker or it's just the environment you grow up in sometimes takes you off the road that you should be on.
Did you get warned about the environment or no?
No, it was just a way of life.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't change it for anything. Like, I'm equipped for anything. When I say anything, I mean anything. People be like, yo, how is it to have money? How is it not to have money? I've been broke way longer than I ever had money. So I can adapt to anything and it wouldn't bother me none. I still, like I said, I don't sweat nothing.
Yeah, you're kind of Buddhist in a way.
Nothing. And animals, like you point out, vegetarian has nothing to do with my health.
Right.
I drink a lot. I smoke cigars. It has everything to do with it. I just love animals, and I did it for 5 years, I love animals. That has nothing to do with my health. I'm probably gonna die of whatever anyway, because I'm like I said, I'm a drinker and a smoker. Just love animals. That's it.
Yeah.
I can't eat death. I don't want it in my refrigerator.
Yeah.
I just don't want it around me. If I can live without eating it, why am I gonna do that?
Yeah, that's
Peter for Peter, baby.
Yeah, that's great.
When did you become a vegetarian?
Well, in the 90s, I had a hit record out called Uptown, baby. So if you look at that video, I'm 6 feet tall, 145 pounds. I was a vegetarian strict, but I was leaning more vegan back then.
Oh, wow.
Then I went back after a few years because I got like frail.
Yeah.
For some reason, it just wasn't. And my doctor said, at least eat fish, chicken, and take some vitamins. So I went back to that, but then it hit me again. I was like, I just can't do it. And it doesn't help when you look at, these health shows on Netflix, or you go down a rabbit hole on YouTube and see, what they do to the animals.
Yeah.
Yeah, Corinne has the stomach for taking that information in and is like a huge advocate for animal testing with makeup products. It's awful.
Against it, not for it.
Right.
Oh, I was getting ready to say.
Yeah, very avidly
against. I'm going to tell you a funny story. I have friends that, I know you don't like this, but I want my steak rare and, And I'm like, do you, bro? I'm not doing it.
We had a conversation like last week or 2 weeks ago when we recorded. We're like, if you had to actually kill the animal before you ate it and defeather it or whatever has to be done, you wouldn't eat it because you would see what's happening. And we keep ourselves ignorant so we can keep doing these things.
It depends on where you're from. My father's, he grew up in the Bronx, but he's from Virginia. So he's from the country. So they had to do that.
Hunting,
so he's used to that kind of stuff. My father eats squirrel, anything you can think of.
Yeah, I grew up in Virginia for a little bit, and they had deer, skinning the deer, using the meat, using the bones for the deer, like all the ligaments even. Yeah. I remember they used the ligaments for something, and I was like, whoa, that's like respect for the animal in a way. Absolutely. You could argue.
Well, it's funny you said that because honestly speaking, I get grossed out watching people prepare chicken.
Yeah, me too.
Clean it. Ugh, it's just disgusting.
Yeah, it is gross.
Yeah, I can't fuck with that.
I can't, and slowly I'm like, I can't even eat turkey anymore. I'm just like, it feels like you're eating
eggs. No, I can't.
Yeah.
It's not that I just can't.
Yeah.
And
it's not in your bones.
I couldn't walk past a Popeyes or something when that shit smells good. Now I'm like,
Yeah. So you, how was being in jail? When were you in jail?
Well, I went to Rikers Island. I was in Rikers Island. That was 1993. So it was, it was just a quick stint. It was a gun charge. I caught a gun charge. I was carrying a gun, got caught with an illegal firearm. That's a big deal in New York.
Yeah.
It's I have a thing called Guns Against Guns Now, a program that I do for the kids. I talk to the kids about that. Nice. Because, again, there's no reason for you to get caught with a gun and have that on your record. A felony is 3 to 9 now. 3 to 9 years.
Whoa.
First charge, nothing to talk about. So one mistake like that could cost you your life because you're never
no
the
leniency.
same. You're never the same after that.
I was going to ask you, wow. So Tony that we interviewed, Tony used to work, was security at Rikers for a while. I love Tony. And I was
correction officer.
Yeah, correction officer. And I was like, damn. And he's had some beautiful experiences. He had some traumatic experiences.
I don't know what beautiful experience you can have.
Just developing a bond with the people that are in there and a positive relationship. He's like, there were more traumatic experiences than there were moments
That's
with
disgusting.
people.
That place is disgusting.
But talk about masculinity. It's one of the many faults in the way people handle things all over the world is putting people in cages that need help the most doesn't make any sense to me. You're only making the problem worse. But I'm curious, what was your experience like?
I mean, I wasn't there long enough to have any problems. Besides that, it's in Queens, New York. I'm from the Bronx. I knew mostly I had a lot of friends.
Everybody?
It was a family
They're
reunion.
like, Peter, you're here.
What are you doing here? It's because they all know me for music and stuff. What is...
Yeah, how'd you get in here? Yeah.
Were you famous and then got a record?
I was always famous in my neighborhood.
Oh, okay.
I was dancing and imitating Prince and Michael Jackson in the talent shows and playing drums and rapping. So they all saw my path. He likes to play sports and he likes music. That's him. You don't need to be over here. I never sold drugs. I had older brothers on drugs.
Yeah.
So I never wanted to ever dance with drugs. It ripped my household apart. Broke my mother's heart. So I never smoked weed, never sniffed cocaine.
Wow.
I didn't start drinking till I was 25. I had my first drink. Yeah.
Whoa.
Because I watched it just demolish my family.
Yeah, so you associated it with something ruining.
Yeah.
Damn.
Both my parents were drinkers, so it was drinking and fighting sometimes would just... So I said I'm gonna stay away from those. Nobody had to tell me. I saw it.
Yeah.
I was right in the household, so that was...
You're like a cycle breaker.
Yeah, in some ways.
For your family.
Some ways, and other ways, it's like the same old thing. My father had a lot of women and kids, a lot of kids in that path. And that's what I try to tell people. You can no longer tell your kid, don't be like me. I told my son, don't drop out of school, finish school, don't have a kid early. Does the same thing. Don't get tattoos. I regret every tattoo I got.
You do?
He's tatted up. Yeah, I do. Do something else. This rap game, he raps.
Yeah.
Don't get caught with a gun. Gets caught with a gun the same age as me, gets locked up.
Whoa, same age. Damn.
Exactly. So you have to set examples. Your kids won't be like you. My dad is cool. He raps. All the girls like him. He's this and that. He's tatted up. He didn't finish school.
Yeah.
Follow that path. So we have to set examples and stop saying, that's the coward shit. Don't be like me.
Yeah,
You better
right.
you better set a precedence. And even for my daughters. My daughter called me, it was, my boyfriend cheated on me, Daddy, could you talk to him? I said, he's gonna look at me like, the nerve of you, Mr. Panky. So I can't even have a talk with a guy with a straight face that's seen me on national TV cheating, and I'm trying to scold him about my daughter.
Yeah.
You did that to someone else's daughter.
Yeah.
So you got to start leading by examples. But I tell you, I stopped eating meat. I drink a month on, month off, which this is my month off, so I can't drink. Hardest thing for me to ever stop doing was dealing with different women.
Yeah. Why? What's been your history like?
I cheated on every relationship I've been in.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I wanted to talk
in-
about cheating with you. Because is it like a conscious choice? Especially you said people saw you on TV on Love and Hip Hop cheating.
Yeah.
So what is that like? Did that change your mindset? That make you feel differently about you in any way?
Well, what the show did was put a mirror up to me. People hated me. So it was like, you know what I mean? Something that was normal to me. You know, my dad did it. My friends' dads did it. My uncles. Everybody always had some outside curricular activities. It was normal to me. So
extracurricular pussy.
So it was normal to me. And then when the whole world sees it, you see it's really not that cool. You know, you think it was cool.
You're like, damn, I thought this was cool the whole time.
I thought I was the man, but nah, look, and it went too far on the show. The show spiraled out of control. That's a whole nother story. It's just spiraled out of control. But I was actually, when you look at the show, I'm thinking, damn, there was a time I had way more going on than this. They mad at just these two women. Imagine if they saw all the shit I was doing. So, yeah, it was just, to be honest with you, it just seemed so natural and so normal.
Yeah.
I think my mother used to say, my mother just passed away, by the way, 2 months ago.
Oh, 2 months. Oh, it's so fresh.
It's a tough one. So, but she used to tell me, your problem is you lying. Just be honest and settle down and tell y'all, or say I'm not ready to settle down and just date.
Right.
And I used to tell her, well, then she's going to cheat. And that's the problem with men. We can't take it. So
have you been cheated on?
It's an open relationship, then you're going to go fuck somebody
else.
Of
course.
course.
Oh, you can dish it, but you can't take it. Yeah, okay.
So
I get it.
Most men are like that. You're going to tell you what you need to hear because they can't take you doing the same thing. And that was my problem. I was selfish. This is my ball. Nobody can play with my balls.
Did you see any examples growing up of women cheating on their male partners?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So it did kind of go both ways. So it wasn't like you were only exposed to it on the male side.
But I mean, it's...
But your heart just hurts when you get cheated on.
The men outweighed the women by 10 times. Even the women. So people say, Peter, if you were a nice guy, they probably wouldn't... They probably left you by now and cheated on you too. I don't agree. I know that in my situation, I had a few riders. If I had just done the right thing, they would have been mine and just mine, and that's it, and no one else. But I just could never. I'm there now
Spread the love.
after fucking 50 years. But yeah, so.
But some people aren't monogamous. Like it's just not for them.
It just don't feel. It don't listen. Women are beautiful.
I agree.
Different colors,
I agree, Peter.
different shapes, different. I don't discriminate. I don't have a type. Beautiful is beautiful.
And that's what we want to hear.
Yeah. Nothing special, just a woman.
My brother used to say, Peter, fuck a pig if it wouldn't squeal.
That should be next Valentine's Day.
Yeah, that's a Hallmark card.
That's a Peter card.
Yeah, that's just saying. Peter, fuck a pig if it won't squeal. But that's not true.
Okay. I was going to ask you.
He stops at bestiality.
Peter has some lines. Have you been cheated on?
Yeah.
How'd that feel?
God. This one, it was bad when I got cheated on because I couldn't talk to nobody. Because I'm the good, and it would be like good for you.
What do you mean?
It would be good for you from women, good for you, deserve that.
Yeah.
Or from my peers, it's like one would be, why do you care? You got women.
So there's no one to hold space for you.
So I'm all by myself hurting. And then I had to sit down with the young lady that cheated on me. It was almost get back. She got me back.
Yeah.
You had cheated on her first?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay. So this doesn't really seem...
I cheated on everybody. I wasn't doing
right, I just didn't know. Even revenge cheating hurts your heart.
Yeah, I got my shit together and I'm like, I promise. And she, one thing I got to give her, right? She said, I never wanted you to feel how I felt. I don't want nobody to ever feel how I felt.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry for that. Because I was like, yo, I can't talk to nobody but you. This shit has me fucked up. And she was like, I'm sorry. I know what you're going through. I never wanted you to feel what I felt.
Right.
She said, when you was the first person to break my heart like that, and
Wow.
I know how it feels.
Yeah.
And and she wasn't being sarcastic. She was being honest. So it made me feel a way. I was like, damn, I don't ever want to feel like this again, because it was like literally on my own. I finally broke down and told a few friends I'm going through it.
Good.
And
Good.
They teased me about that shit.
Well,
That's love in a different language, you know.
But like, as somebody who's cheated on every partner you've had, you out of everybody knows that a lot of times cheating isn't personal. I think that's like the misconception that we all have. Like, cheating is so, cheaters get shamed. Like, the woman who gets cheated on, oh, so sorry for you. You're all the victim of the situation. And there's all these dynamics that go into cheating that I'm like, these aren't really the healthiest. And one of the things, Esther Perel writes a lot of interesting books on cheating specifically. Wow. And she's like, it isn't personal, even though it feels like the most personal thing.
Yeah.
But
especially for a man. I hate to say it. Women hate when I say it, especially for a man.
Say it. Oh.
Because it's wrapped up in like in your value more?
I believe, this is what I believe it's the same hurt.
Yeah.
I know that now.
Yeah.
I'm not saying the hurt is different.
Yeah.
I'm just saying that men have different values. Like, like you could, and then people say, Peter, that's an excuse. I'm sorry, this is how I feel. I don't even know half chicks' names that I've been with sometimes.
Right, so clearly it's not personal.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't even know this girl. It was just to get a nut type thing. You know what I mean? Or just, and I might tell my friends all about it and show the pictures. A lot of women ain't doing that. A lot of women is like, it's something about this dude you like. So that's why men are like, what was it about him? I need details. Most men be like, you asked? Yeah. How was that? Did he do this? Did you guys do that?
Really?
Oh, yeah, I asked.
Did that ever turn into sex for you?
It has.
Yeah. Because I was like, that's like a cuckold
like
thing in a way.
It's like a challenge thing, too. That's one thing about me. I want to clear this up. I'm a lot of fun.
You are.
When it comes to being around me, I'm a lot of fun. Because most people say, what is it about this dude? I'm a lot of fun. I don't give a shit. Whatever we go out, we freestyle, whatever we might wind up in Central Park with a bottle of wine watching a movie somewhere. I don't know. I'm just crazy.
Yeah.
We might wind up at Six Flags. Let's go get some sneakers and go to fucking Six Flags.
Oh, that'd be so fun.
I'm spontaneous. I like the craziest shit, Yeah. So, and then sexually, I like to figure out the woman. I want to find something she's never felt before, did before. I don't want her to tell me. I want to figure it out. Even if she likes it a certain way. I'm never one to be like, all right, you're not doing this right. I like when you do. Let me figure it out.
Yeah.
And I always like to do that. So very, very, very sexual, touchy, feely type dude. When we're alone, I'm not like that in public at all.
Oh, like PDA with your partner? Oh, really?
I'm not really like that.
Huh, that's interesting.
I would do it in public. I've done some crazy shit in public.
Like what?
But I'm not, you name it, baby. But I'm not, it's not my thing.
Right.
But I'll do it.
But
I've done everything in public.
Yeah, there's
trains, planes, automobiles.
Planes?
Did some things on a plane before.
You've probably been on private jets, though. I'm like, like a commercial?
I've been on private jets, but that's not fun.
Right, it's so tiny.
Yeah, it's fun when you be able to pull something off on a commercial airliner.
A little risky. Yeah. Like you go to the bathroom, you hope no one sees you go in the next. Yeah. That's fun. That's great. I've
done some crazy shit, but mostly it's all in fun. You know what I mean? It's all in love. But now kids are older, everybody's older, it's time to, so now I'm more
settle down.
Yeah, I'm more on the chill side of things. Now I'm on that side of it. It's almost when I look back at some of the footage and the old clips show up of me on the show, it's like, I can't even watch it. It's crazy.
Yeah? Because you don't know who that guy is anymore? Oh, you feel bad. Guilt.
Yeah, on the show, two incredible women that I just, pretty much shitted on and humiliated in front of the world. Two women that I love.
Oh,
cheating,
shit.
it was funny. It's all fun and games, but, that's
they're people's feelings on the line.
That's my family, and that's their families are watching, and their friends are watching it. So in hindsight, when I look back at it, I'm like, damn, that was so fucked up.
It's a wild thing. You've experienced this on a larger scale than I have, but to be like publicly embarrassed about your own behavior and like you have to come to terms with yourself on a level that's deep.
100%.
It's like you go to church with yourself. It's fucking
100%
tough, man.
You just can't be in denial. I used to argue and. So what I did do was it invited disrespect to those two women.
Ooh.
Stupid bitches.
Oh.
I even have kids come up to me and say, I'm just like you. I got two bitches just like that. Or when they go do interviews on podcasts, people talk to them a certain way because they seen me the disrespect that I display. So I'm always fighting that. And I always got to remind myself. My older brother, Mike, told me, Doc, you did that. They call me Doc. Doc, you did that. They saw you do that. So that's why you constantly fighting people saying, don't talk to her like that. Don't,
right.
You know? So it's one of those things. Or the family members, I got certain family members that don't even speak to me behind the show. You know, on their family. Like Tara's dad doesn't even speak to me.
Yeah.
After watching that.
There's been a breach of trust kind of permanently.
Yeah.
And living with that is like, okay, all right, we got to figure out how to live with that and like come to terms with it. And I do think like what you were saying about cheating.
Just don't sweat it. I don't sweat nothing.
You really don't sweat anything.
Gotta keep it going. Stress kills.
Did you used to sweat stuff or you never did?
There was a time I was real short and stressed stuff, but for the most part, no.
Wow.
Is there like spirituality that helps you through that? Or is it just your own kind of way of life that you've developed?
I am a staunch atheist. I say atheist just to eliminate the religion argument.
Sure.
I don't even like to be called an atheist because that puts you in a certain area.
Yeah.
I just don't believe. There's not enough evidence in me to believe anything like that.
Okay.
You know, I never grew up in the church. My mother wasn't a believer. Mm-hmm. It was around us.
Sure.
You know what I mean? I wouldn't argue it. Yeah. The most I tell people, all of my friends, and I'm the only person, by the way.
Yeah.
Nobody else around me they believe in something. So I just tell people, I don't know, but neither do you.
Mm-hmm. That's very true.
It's not, but I pray. Listen, I just went to Passover.
Hell yeah.
I'm go.
Yeah, that's
nice.
great.
I did, I prayed. I go to the mosques. I go anywhere. I respect when people say, yo, look, could you come to church? Could you?
Means a lot
My
to
mother
me.
passed away.
Yeah.
So I was invited to a lot of, maybe you should come
services.
to church, and I go. Out of respect. But
because community. I mean, I think the most beautiful thing about a church is like the community of people.
Right.
Of like helping each other. And my
I'm not against it.
Yeah.
If not for it, I know I got a few family members that would be in jail or dead or meeting, without their belief in God. So I support it.
Yeah.
I just don't believe it.
Sure. It works for them.
I'm a weirdo.
What's the most sexually adventurous thing you've ever done?
I had sex on top of my truck at Orchard Beach one time. I had sex on the train
How do you stay on the truck?
Like the subway?
Yeah.
Wow. Which train? Which line?
Back of the 2 train.
Okay.
But this is back before y'all were young, but you could kick the door.
That sounds like a metaphor for anal sex.
Kick the door open, and turn the lights off.
Oh, really?
Back in the days, you used to be able to do that.
What year was this?
Oh man, this had to be the 90s.
90s?
90.
That's kind of romantic.
94.
Damn, I didn't get here till 2003.
See?
Oh.
Damn, we're past the kicking the lights off.
I know. That sounds great.
Yeah.
We used to do that. Open the windows. People smoke weed. I don't smoke weed, but play the music.
Wow. It's a party train.
It was a party train, but most people wouldn't get on the train could be completely packed. Most people didn't want to get in the back.
Really?
Because they knew there was a party going on.
The radios and the weed.
Oh, okay.
And that's where, we I used to battle from the Bronx to Brooklyn on the back of the 2 train.
That's cool.
And all the way back. Brooklyn and Bronx, battle rappers. And I think that's where, my skills got better doing that kind of stuff. But sometimes going to the movies, 42nd Street, coming back with your girlfriend, nobody's on the train, let's try something.
Yeah, that's fun.
Elevators, all type of shit. I did it all.
Orgies?
I wasn't really big on orgies because I didn't want to see, I want to be the only man in the room. Sorry.
And I love that for you, Peter.
Nobody else's.
Nah, it's what you want. It's what you want.
Yeah.
Have you been the only man in a room full of women? Sexually?
Have you had some kind of a harem?
What's a harem again?
Just a group of ladies.
Oh, okay.
I've had that before, but I was only with 2 of them.
Yeah.
The rest of them watched.
They were like, "Yay, Peter! You can do it." It's nice to get cheered on.
Yeah, I would wave them in. Like, come on, tap in. We get out of here.
Oh, wow.
That's great.
These 2 didn't want to stop. Nah, we're going to keep it like this.
That's fun.
But it was a funny thing. I'm not going to say the name, but one of these women turned out to be a famous singer's girlfriend.
Oh.
Okay.
No, not his girlfriend. The mother of his kid.
Okay.
I didn't know him at the time. At this particular time, I never knew him.
Yeah.
I was a fan, but never knew him. And her and the girl I was dealing with at the same time had a fight. And she told him.
Wait, she had a fight with the other girl?
Yeah, they had like, they were
Mid-sex
best friends.
fight?
No, they were best friends. They fell out. And I guess she went back and told the baby father, by the way, she fucked Peter Gunz. We both fucked him. And it was a big deal.
What
Me
happened?
and him got into it at Madison Square Garden. I went up on some fan shit, not knowing he knew. After a while, I found out.
You went up for a photo, and then you got into some trouble.
Yeah. Well, I found out that I eventually found out that was his kid's mother, but they weren't together. But he took that shit personal.
Really? That's just all ego because you can't. What? That makes no sense. You didn't even know the guy.
We all have it. I have it. Listen, I won't lie. I just don't know you. You shouldn't be mad at me. You should say, yo, you're dealing with dudes in the industry. I'm in the industry. That's fucked up. Or whatever you might feel.
Right.
You don't let the man know it. I'm never going to approach any man that sleeps. And again, we'll go back to men. Men are petty. Men like to say, I fuck Peter Gunz's baby mother.
Right. There's also like a
that
level of...
happens to me all the time.
Really?
And I'm like, which one? I got 6 of them.
Yeah.
Right.
And I'm not with none of them. Which one did you have, my friend? So I could tell you how she likes it.
That's the spirit.
That's the spirit, Peter. Well, I mean, also with that, there's like a possessiveness or an objectification of women that goes along with that. When someone gets mad, like you fucked this person, like she belongs to me. When we're all really like free sexual beings as long as we're not married.
Yeah.
I mean, you know that more than anyone.
Yeah, but again,
There is something different about. Well, maybe I always like classified it as respect, but like when it's like. When a woman is the mother of a child of yours, that's like a totally different level of connection and how you look at her, usually. That seems like there's like you move up in respect levels in your partner's life.
In some cases, some dudes don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Listen, I admire my friend Rich Dollas, right? He don't give a shit. He'll break up, you'll never know. No, you'll never see no hurt, no pain. He don't care. If you was with somebody he was with already, his kid's mother, whatever. I admire guys that could just move on from it and not sweat anything. All right, it's over, it's over. Whatever she did, she did. That's her life. I have a friend named Jeremy like that. Jeremy Meeks, he was the prison bae, the guy that did the prison shot to all the girls.
Oh, the hot guy? Hot?
Very good friend of mine.
Are you serious?
Yeah, that's my guy.
I'll never forget when that mugshot came out.
That Green Eyed Angel.
Very good friend of mine.
He's the hottest person I've ever seen.
Very hot.
And let me tell you, the coolest.
That's amazing.
Cool as the other side of the pillow. If you think I don't sweat nothing, there's nothing like him.
Wow.
And as far as being open and free and people.
He's polyamorous in a way, almost like.
1,000%.
Yeah, cool.
We did a dating show together called
Nice.
After Happily Ever After. It's on HBO. No, it's on BET Max. After Happily Ever After. We did that show together. He straight up told women, are you cool with polyamorous relationships? And this is what it is. I can't, spirits are free. But I was
wow, shit.
And that was one of the conversations we had on the show. I was like, why can't you just peep? Just peep. Nah, I don't want nobody. I don't want nobody that's my ball. You can't play with my ball. That's that.
It literally comes down to a child going, mine.
Yeah, I can't deal with another man with my lady, man. I know y'all say, but you could do it. I know it's wrong.
Yeah, well, I
know
mean,
it's wrong.
At least you've acknowledged that part of it. That's one step closer.
Because the thing that I can't stand is when a man acts like that and won't acknowledge it.
Right.
I'm like, just
it's
fucking
dead wrong.
own it. What is your problem?
It's dead wrong.
Yeah.
I'm here to tell you it's dead wrong. It's the same. I argue with my friends. It's the same hurt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My only argument with women is that it's a difference in terms of men really don't give a fuck. I'm not saying that you can't fuck somebody and not care. I'm not saying it can't happen.
But I will say, when a woman fucks a man, a lot of times the woman is invested in this man's essence, and it's not just a penis. It's not just like a woman can maybe be like a hole to a, like it doesn't matter, I don't know her name, whatever. Yeah. But a woman will like kind of pick you out from a crowd and go, you. Like women treat men like they're special.
Meanwhile, I got a whole portfolio I hope nobody ever finds out about.
Yeah.
Those type of situations.
Well, now everyone's interested.
I'm keeping it.
Wait, which ones you don't want people to find out?
Oh
what reasons?
God. because it was snowing in Denver that weekend, and it was snowed in. It was nothing else. Okay, you come here.
Regret
like,
sex?
the level of people
Like
that
you
were.
fucked a 2? That's a yes.
I'm trying
Peter.
to think, was she even a 2?
1.5.
You giving her extra credit.
Uh-oh.
I've took a deep dive in this fucking.
This is beautiful. We all, it's very inclusive. We all have a chance.
We can all get on that D.
Well, that's the old me. That was a long time ago.
Right.
That was 5 to 7 years ago.
Listen, I am in a way different space now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm in a different space now. I guess it comes with age and everything.
Of course, yeah. How has sex shifted in your eyes, like from this decade that you're in to the last decade? Like, what is a marked difference of like how you approach sex or view sex?
It's meaningful to me now more than before. It's more. It has to be me. It used to be a time I just want to get a quickie and get out of here. I'm not saying that still can't happen, but for the most part, every time is meaningful. It means something to me, and have you ever
cried?
What it was, huh?
Have you ever cried after sex?
No.
Really?
Hell
But meaningful sex is like, first of all, it's physically the closest you're ever going to be to another person,
right?
And it's so vulnerable. And it's a dance. Like like you were saying earlier, like. You like reading the cue. You don't want a verbal cue of what to do, but you like to figure it out. But like you go off of energy and body language, all this stuff. Like it is like a really connected. It can
100%.
be like intense.
I am a person that likes to, like, I really like music, no matter what it is. Lo-fi music, reggae, whatever it is, whatever the music is. I do like to chill and talk and chill afterwards, like cuddle and just talk and chill.
Yeah,
I'm not a guy like, done here.
Yeah,
holla.
Yeah.
Not that
Where
dude.
am I? I forget. Yeah.
No, I'm not that dude. So I think that surprises a lot of people too. They would think that, I'm like that. I'm very, And once I'm locked in, that's it. We good.
What do you mean by that? Once you connect to the person, you're like connected to them
if we there, we there.
Yeah,
There's no rush to go. It's no rush to it's not like what people might think. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, you have a very tender heart. Yeah. You do, like you're vulnerable and you're.
People don't believe that. They think I'm just this dog animal.
No, that's why I liked about you so much. Like you had this like love for women, but you also are very vulnerable. And I'm like, that's a great combination. And I feel like some people we don't see enough examples of men who are both.
Right.
And that's why I was like, I really want to have you on because that's the type of masculinity that I think like leading by example, the way that you've evolved and stuff too. It's 100%. Like it's very valuable.
I'm thank you for having me here. I mean, first off, I love the show.
Thank you.
I was binge watching. Yes, I had Bill Maher on there. I love Bill Maher. Is he nice in person?
He was interesting.
Okay, that's a no. Well, the thing was,
it wasn't that he wasn't nice. That wasn't the issue. It wasn't that he wasn't nice. It was that maybe like
he's very stoned, and so it was a little hard to like,
and also like trying a little like too hard to like be like young and sexy.
Yeah, I think Bill Maher has,
and there's no need. You're Bill Maher.
To Bill Maher. Yeah.
Just be yourself.
Yeah, I like him a lot.
He's a guy that I like to listen to and watch because he's mostly independent, even though he's a different way. But you got certain people you listen like Bill Burr, certain people I listen to, Joe Rogan, that I like feel like these are friends that I never met.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah,
and I don't want to meet them for the same things that you just said.
Yeah.
Totally.
I don't want to be disappointed. That's why I never really wanted to meet Prince like that because I didn't want to be disappointed.
Did you ever meet Prince?
Investing my life in buying all his music. Yeah, I did. Ended up meeting him downtown in the Village Underground.
Oh, the Underground.
Shelby J was his background singer. She used to sing down there. A very good friend of mine.
He got a lot of his musicians in the Village. Yeah. That's cool. Were you disappointed or were you like, oh, this is great?
Well, it was so quick that I didn't have to. It wasn't like to spend a lot of time, but he did shake my hand. People say he didn't like shaking hands, and he walked right in, and that was it. I didn't sit down to talk to him. Okay. And by the time he was Jehovah's Witness, and I'm an atheist, that wouldn't work out too well.
Yeah. What do you want to accomplish in your life, romantically, sexually, family-wise? That. Like, what's next for you in those areas of your life, given your evolution?
I want to be married.
I was going to say, have you ever been married?
Yeah, but not.
But you didn't mean it that time.
It was real quick. That was a JK.
Peter Gunz
No,
out.
I
Testing it
love,
out.
she's a sweetheart. I love her to death. Shout out to Amina, butterfly. I love you.
Every ex-wife loves a shout out.
Marriage, sometimes, I can't say publicly, I'm not saying that I didn't love her, but sometimes you have to be married.
What do you mean?
Sometimes you have to be married?
You have to be married.
Okay.
Oh, meaning like she wouldn't continue the relationship unless you were agreed to marriage?
I'll tell you off the.
Oh, okay,
off the
got it.
camera, but
Yeah.
I'll say this.
Or sometimes someone lives in a different country.
I don't want to be little.
And you need your papers.
Well, I didn't say that. I didn't say that. But what I'm saying is, but I
Allegedly,
don't want to
Chad.
belittle the fact that I don't love her. Though,
Of course,
but
yeah.
What I mean is, I want a big wedding.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And what big weddings have. Like, that does seem like one of the big perks of a marriage is like having a wedding, of celebrating how much you love somebody with all the people you love. I mean, that's like, that can't.
I think it's the only way for me moving forward for someone to take me really serious.
To have a big wedding?
Is to, be married. And at this point in time, I've done so much cheating and fuckery.
Right.
I can't be like, you're the one and that's it. No
Right.
one's going to take that shit serious. So to prove it, I got to put a ring on your finger and we're going to have a wedding. And,
Yeah.
Your family and my family, and I'm going to let them know that those days are far behind me.
Would you enter a monogamous agreement with
I'm
somebody?
ready now. I don't think I could have ever done that.
Okay.
Even 5 years ago.
What
Wow.
got you? What got you to that place?
Women getting pissed at you?
Kids.
Do you want to fuck less?
Yeah, because I was gonna say real talk does you
Testosterone goes
you
down
look great.
as
You don't
you
look
go
like I feel there is something, and this is not against you, but just I feel like everyone gets so on top of women aging, and societally we're so shitty about women aging. When in reality, as I have been aging, I feel great and I feel young, and my peers of the same age who are male, they're getting crusty, and their attitude towards life is crusty in a way that women's isn't.
Yeah.
And so to me, that's so ironic that we're constantly held under this microscope aesthetically that we have to, get Botox and keep it tight and keep it thin and all this stuff.
Let those titties sag.
But listen, men are doing that too. I have not any experience in getting my head Botox or anything done. I will get my teeth done. That's for sure. I want to get some work on. I want my teeth to be so white that. But I think men my age are holding women to such a high, and it bothers me because they upkeep. A lot of my friends are not in shape.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
And they're judging women.
A guy
Like
that's
my
flappy, commenting on a woman whose body's not tight, I will.
Listen to me.
It's
Punch
Homer
you in the-
Simpson with the no fat chick shirt on.
That's
yes.
80% of the men around me.
Yeah.
I gotta be my man. Have you looked in the mirror? So listen.
You should just
Here's
carry a mirror
true
with
story.
you.
Yeah, thank you for standing up for us.
No.
Because it
No,
takes
no,
men.
no,
It
no,
takes
no, no.
men
I can
to
tell
talk
you're
to those
ripped.
men.
No,
Yeah.
and I like older women. You know what I mean? I don't, again,
35,
I don't
36,
dispute-
40.
No, older than that even.
Hell yeah.
I don't have a problem with that. I think, and a woman doesn't have to be in the best shape for me either.
Right.
But I just think the nerve of men. And I tell my friends,
Right.
that's because you like to work out. I don't like to work out.
Yeah.
I ride my bike through Central Park. I like the scenery. I like to walk. I do it so that my lady could look at me and say, "Oh, look at him. He still looks
Thank you.
great."
Good.
I hate working out. I'm not a gym rat. I don't lift weights. I do all calisthenics.
Oh, wow.
I ride my bike. That's it.
Yeah.
And I work out on my time. I don't work out with nobody because I don't want anybody to say, "Hey, I just did 15. Your turn." No, I'm on the phone, bro.
Yeah.
I'm that dude. I hate working out. But I tell people mentally, if you keep yourself in shape and you look good, then you don't have to worry about your girl watching Netflix with you lusting over fucking Chris Brown or somebody.
And then it all goes
It's
back
all
to
for petty
cheating.
revenge.
It all goes back.
But whatever.
But most men, I bring
I
the
like-
money in. I'll take care of this. It doesn't matter, bro. Keep yourself.
If you're floppy, flabby, and that that, I cannot. That type of guy drives me insane. And the only cure for that behavior to stop is for other men to go, look at yourself.
I do.
Dude,
Yeah.
I'm so glad you
I
do
do.
that. You're
Yeah.
providing a service to men. You're providing a service to women,
I
especially.
tell my friends that, man, you don't
Yeah.
think she look at you like that?
And what
I
do they
tell them all the
say?
time.
They're like, that's a good point.
Listen, oh man, these guys. Not all, some of my friends.
Yeah.
Some of my friends don't even like being with their ladies.
That sucks.
Almost
I
like
could
what
get
I've been telling
they
everyone
could
the
get
whole
hard
time.
for
Yeah.
Some of my friends be like, I can get hard for my side chick or doing whatever they doing.
Yeah.
But for wifey, I go, oh my girl, I can't.
Is it a Madonna horse thing? Oh.
I just think at some point in time, the relationship, look, I've been down that road, man. Shit gets
fizzles.
older, you want something new. You know what I mean? But I talked to an older guy one day, an older man passed away. And he told me, just gotta do different things. Like,
yeah. Put a mask on.
Movie night.
Give her a wig.
But just in
Happy
terms
birthday,
of
honey.
activities.
So no, if your man
do a
starts
lot of
planning things,
activities.
he is sick of
He's
you.
bored. Bored of that pussy. But, but there is something
but
newness.
back to me, I can't. I don't know nobody that could keep up with my drive is still extremely high.
Really? Because I was going to ask you if your libido has changed or if your sex drive has dropped, past 50.
It's crazy. It's getting worse. But I
Really?
will say this: my dad told me, yo, if you keep going at your rate, it's not going to work. And my father died in 2006, and he thought I was doing too much then. And I'm like, well, so far so good, so good.
Well, what does he think is going to happen? Like your dick is going to fall off? Like what's going on here? What's the fear? Is it physical or mental?
Well, he was like, physically, you're not going to be able to perform if you just keep, because he used to see me just different women all the time.
Oh, and you said that sounds like a challenge.
But he always worried about, hey, he said, I feel like the death of you would be from a woman, like somebody's girl, somebody's wife.
Oh, like you're gonna get murdered
by the husband or boyfriend of the girl you fucked?
For some reason, my fear for you is gonna be a woman, or a woman's gonna do something.
That's your demise. That's your downfall.
She's gonna fucking stab you. Something.
Yeah.
Whoa, such a rare
He's just
occurrence.
like, I just feel like your demise is women, so I want you to get it together before something like that.
Right.
Before
Did you agree when he said that? Like, was a part of you like, fuck, I was worried about that too, actually? Or was it a shock?
It was one time. There was one time. I mean, as far as men, see, women. If you cheat and women find out, you guys will just fight. A man will shoot another man.
You know what? That's right. This is actually, you're bringing up a good point. We do need to start
get guns
reacting more violently.
Honestly,
and thank you for bringing that to the table.
Ain't nobody taking us seriously when we're just pulling hair.
I know, but more like weapons.
She called her. They met up.
Yeah.
And just,
no one ever says I got a gal.
I want to say this to the men too. I respect
good
women.
Point. That's a good premise.
I respect
That's fucked
a
up.
woman calling another woman, going, "Hey, woman to woman, this is what's going on. I just want to know what's going on."
Yeah.
I hate when a man calls me, asks me some shit.
Because he never handles it well like that?
I would never do that. No, like me calling another man and say, "Hey, yo, man, bro to bro, are you sleeping with my girl?" That would never happen.
Yeah.
Not doing that.
Right. Why?
I'm just not. It's not a manly thing to do.
Not a manly.
It's corny.
Okay. Corny.
And that's between me and him. Don't have that agreement.
Right.
He's not my brother. He's not my friend. I don't know you.
Yeah.
That's
no energy
all cool.
for you.
I do have one exception. You know she's married. You do know she's married. And you still, then we have an issue.
Yeah.
Other than that, it's fair game. And even then my issue is still with her.
Right.
But women calling women, I don't have a problem with that. I really don't. I understand that.
Have you ever had a woman try to...
Oh, so many times. Go ahead. Which one?
You didn't even need to finish that sentence, Krystyna. Whatever it was, yes, it's happened to him.
Has your woman ever sucked your dick, Peter? No. Have you ever had a woman try to like pull a weapon on you or like fucking beat you up? A weapon?
Of course.
Hell yeah, girls. Not that that's good. I'm glad you're okay. But I'm just curious.
A woman grabbed a knife and threatened to stab my dick.
Well, I mean, Peter, what did you do?
She was bluffing.
What'd you do, Peter?
And she jigged and I jumped and it caught my jeans right here.
Oh
if
my
I did
God.
not jump, she would have. So
damn.
She came home kind of late. And I felt like it was some funny business. I was calling her, she wasn't answering, and all of a sudden she appears. And she's in the kitchen getting herself together and she, oh yeah, I did this and I was doing this. I said, well, I called you like 15 times.
That's a lot of time.
At this time, I was like, I'm just trying to ask where you were and what time you come home. And we going back and forth. So while she's getting undressed, I'm getting dressed. She said, where you going? I said, I'm going to get my dick sucked. You just finished fucking, I'm going to do me.
You knew.
She chased me to the door, and before I could open the door, she was standing with a knife.
Whoa.
I said, you're not going to do that. And I jumped. And
Yo, when a man says you're not going to do that to a woman, if she wasn't going to do it, she's going to do it now.
Yeah. And
that was a bold statement.
I recently got rid of those jeans. I threw those jeans away. I always like, God damn, look how close this was.
That was a memento. You could have framed that.
There's arteries in your thigh like that.
I couldn't believe it.
Fuck.
But she was hot as fuck.
That's why she was able to do that.
Yeah.
You can't.
Hot chicks
can't wield a knife if you're a 2.
Honestly, yeah, because it's like a joke. Like I don't even think you could take yourself seriously, which is fucked up. I don't like that.
Societally, we don't like that.
Yeah,
we don't stand behind that here on the Guys We Fuck podcast.
I mean that's something that's even not. It wasn't even our character. That's why I didn't take it serious. So, but those are things. Yeah, I've been scratched up, beat up, hit up. Because I would never. My mom and dad used to drink and fight.
They fought.
Yeah,
That's gotta be tough.
And I said I would never, ever in my life hit a woman when I get older. Because me and my little sister screaming and crying, and we have my aunt's house, and my mother's bruised up, and
fuck, man.
We stand at a stranger's house or one of my aunt's house, and because her and my dad fought again, and we, so I said there's nothing that'll ever make me put my hands on a woman ever.
Wow. So you really took in lessons.
She spit on me.
Oh, that's it?
Yes.
You're like, nothing in the world can make me touch a woman.
But if your saliva is purposely thrown at me.
I had to take that back. I'm slapping the shit out.
What a line.
I'm not going to punch you. But I'm going to slap the fucking shit out of you.
What is it about spit? Because it feels disrespectful. My neighbor, when I was growing up, she spit through the screen door on my face, and
Corinne,
it was honestly at that age I was like a lot. She had like an abusive police officer dad who was abusing the mom. So I'm like in my 6-year-old heart, I was like, there's a lot going on here.
That's true.
But
that's true.
There is. It's very disgusting. It's disgusting to have someone spit in your face.
Yeah, it is. Don't spit on me.
I would never even share.
It doesn't even work out for you too good if you.
It doesn't.
Guess what? It's assault. People don't know that. All my friends.
That is true. Yeah, I did hear that. So I remember hearing that.
This
bodily fluid.
This woman asked to threaten to spit on me one day, and I said, "And I'm gonna smack you out your shoes. I promise you."
Yeah.
And this cop said, "If you spit on him, you're going to jail."
Ooh.
Right.
We're in front of the Comedy Cellar.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
It's also weird. Like, I feel like if you're going to spit on someone, you just do it. You don't say, I'm going to spit on you.
Right.
It was...
I'm like, are you making me horny?
Like a false wind-up.
I should spit in your fucking face.
Oh,
in like a sexy way or in a rude way?
Not rude. Man,
oh, okay.
I don't even know a stranger. And I was
like,
you didn't even know her.
I said, I'll tell you what. Here's my face. And then what you going to do? Oh, you'll see what ensues after that. Just go ahead and do it. And that part, that I can't take that, or another man getting mad at me or screaming out, suck my dick. A man saying that to me, I can't take that. Those are two things that I just...
Well, these are your triggers.
Those go violent.
Yeah.
That's straight. Those are words that lead to violence for me. Because normally there's nothing you can say to me to make me,
to poke the bear.
Yeah, I'm just not. I'm mostly cool under any circumstances. But those two things... lead to violence.
And what is it about suck my dick from a man that ruins your zen?
It's the disrespect of it from where I grew up at. That means you want to. That means you're ready to go to that level.
Okay.
Like be gay?
Where I'm from, that means less. Most New Yorkers.
Right.
But did you have gay friends growing up? Did you have gay friends growing up?
Or it wasn't a gay thing.
Oh.
It's nothing to do with gay. It's just the disrespect.
You just agree that having to suck a dick is disrespecting yourself.
Right.
I think
how do you think women feel, Peter?
No, listen. I don't have.
No, honestly, like you can approach dick sucking from a this is a weak point of view, but you can approach it from a this is a strong strength. I got a lot in my mouth, but
listen. Here it is. It depends on if it comes from a woman, you know what I mean? But
right,
even women, some women say it disrespectfully.
Yeah.
You gotta be like, you don't have one, love. Knock it off. But if a gay guy invited me to do that, like to do that to me, I would, but I probably wouldn't take it to the level I would with a street dude.
Right. Because the street dude is intentionally trying to take you down and be disrespectful.
Do you think I'm gay, bro? Did you hear something? The fuck out of here.
Right.
Yeah.
Other than that, that may be his out on that, and he has an out. A regular street dude saying that is he wants to fight, or he wants some type of smoke, and I'm with that if that's what it's going to be.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But gay guy, if he even then, you better have heard something, or you better not know who I am. Or
right.
But there's no man in this world that could say that to me and it don't lead to some shit.
Right.
That's it, gay or not. Let me just be honest. You know
yeah.
But it is interesting. Like, is there something?
Well, all women, if you want, please. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No. There is still this thing like finding out like someone is gay, or being thought of to be gay if you're not is insulting. It's like such a bad thing. Why?
Not for me.
No, so if someone had heard that you were,
I'm so comfortable in my skin, man. I got gay family members because the woman, not my mother,
I agree
but
with
the
you.
woman that raised me is a lesbian. My mother had a lot going on, so she would leave me with my cousins.
Right.
I have cousins. No, I don't have. I never had. I hung out in the village.
Right,
And where I'm from, you gay if you hang out in the village. Back in the days as a kid, you hanging down in Washington Square Park, Christopher Street.
Right.
You know what I mean? I'm comfortable in my. That never bothered me.
Okay.
It don't even bother me if somebody came and said, "Oh, I heard somebody said that he was." Okay.
Because it's not true.
It's never happened. It's never happened. And guess what? I don't need to prove nothing to you because so what?
Yeah.
Right.
So the equivalent of getting that said to you is somebody coming up behind you, going like that, and going, "Let's go," kind of thing. Yeah. I get that.
Just where I'm from, that's just the most. They know it. That's why they said it.
Exactly. They know
you
what
know
they're
what I mean?
doing.
They ready to go next level. They know it. They know it. Anybody knows it. That's where we come from. They know that's. I want to fight this dude. I want to really go next level. Which, let me tell you, flat out clearly, it's some ignorant shit.
Yeah.
I'm super ignorant. I know that's going to lead to a lawsuit. Everybody knows who I am.
Yeah.
I'm not here to tell you I'm not ignorant and stupid for reacting that way.
Right.
It just is what it is. I don't want to leave here and people be like, "Oh, he's so stupid. He would ruin his." I know it's stupid.
Yeah.
I just can't do it.
It's a trigger.
It's my pet peeve.
Yeah. It turns it. You go from 0 to 100. That's a definition of a
my
trigger.
pet peeve, yeah.
Some people's trigger is a blue shirt because somebody with a blue shirt once fucked them up. Like it's always.
Yeah.
You can't. Yeah. It's a
I don't
body
even like
sensation.
saying this publicly because this will lead to somebody fucking saying it.
Well, and that's
Peter,
fucking cruel.
anyone.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, when I fight on the show, so I host the show Cheaters.
Right.
So when people see me fight on the show, it goes viral. It's all over the Shade Room. It's all over.
World Star.
Yeah. So now everybody that's on the show wants to fight me so they can go viral.
Oh God, that's so fucking
you gotta
annoying.
be careful what you say out loud because
Right.
fuck
I
with
see.
you.
I see.
But it's all good.
I wanted to ask one final question. It's like a two-parter. But
Okay.
what's the most in love you've ever been, and what are you like when you're in love?
Damn, that's a hard one. I'm not gonna say that would hurt. That would hurt so many women's feelings if I said.
Oh,
They all want to be the one he was most in love with.
What's the second part?
like what are you like when you're in love? Like what is Peter like on the opposite end?
I'm
to be in
walking
love
on
with?
cloud nine.
Yeah.
I'm trying. It's always dope, especially at the beginning, right? You're trying to figure this person out and what we could do together that'll be fun.
Yeah.
Constantly trying to impress her.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? Oh, she doesn't know I play guitar. She doesn't know I play drums. Hey, I'll show up at the fucking comedy cellar.
The drum set.
The
You're
Groove
wheeling
and
a drum set.
Just jump on with the band.
Oh,
I didn't know you could do that. You know,
yeah. Take her by surprise.
always trying to do spontaneous things. And that, I think that's, if you talk to any of my ex-girlfriends, he was so spontaneous. That's what I liked about him.
Yeah.
You just never know where you're going with him. We
It is
might
a
end
fun
up at the
quality.
opera. You know, it just didn't matter. We walking past some place or let's go in here, let's check this out, or let's go to the park, or anything can happen with me.
Yeah.
And, but especially when it's new, you're trying to figure that person out, you're trying to impress them. It's the best time.
Yeah.
It's the best time, and also that's why it's always hard for your ex-girlfriends. My ex-girlfriends, I'm not bragging, I'm just being honest. I'm still cool with all of them. Some of them still have a hard time. Like,
Oh, they still have feelings for you.
even though this guy is perfect, he checks off everything. He's consistent. I know where he is. I know what's in his phone. There's nothing to hide. It's just something about your crazy ass that I miss, and I understand it. But the trade-off is better love.
Yeah.
He's faithful. Stick with him. I'm not there yet.
Yeah. But you're getting there.
Yeah.
You're evolving into
Yeah,
that.
yeah. I'm pretty much there now. I was just talking about just in terms of my ex-girlfriend's back.
Yeah, yeah. And their experience.
I'm in a good space right now.
Yeah.
I'm in a real good
Have you had a partner yet that you haven't cheated on?
No.
Okay.
Something to look
It's
forward
coming.
to.
Yes.
No. Yeah. Even if I went back to somebody that I cheated on, they would never have to worry about that again. I wouldn't never put them through that again.
Yeah.
And if so, I would be honest with them.
Yeah.
I would not lie.
them
The
find
lies.
out.
Let me
Yeah.
tell you something.
Yo, letting someone
I've
find
lied
out.
so much that I lie now just out of routine for lying. I'm like, why did I just tell that lie?
Yeah,
I've
yeah.
lied so much and cheated so much that by habit. Why am I lying to this person? She's not even my girlfriend.
Yeah. Right.
That type of shit.
Right.
Why
you don't
am
even
I-
need to
why
lie to
did I
that
just
person.
Why did I? So here's another thing that I did and men do, and I'm still guilty of it. I've done it. I'll stand a woman up in a heartbeat.
Ooh.
Oh, stand her
But
up.
let her think I'm coming, though. No, I'm not coming.
Wait,
Mr. Big.
What is up with that?
Because I don't want to go out with somebody else. I'm a hater.
Wait, you don't want her to go out with somebody else? So
Right.
oh, it's like
so
a fucking...
if I don't show up, she's going to go with a plan B. So how do I stop that
Wow.
shit? Hey, I promise you, what time? Oh, I'm running late. I'm coming. I used to do that shit all the time.
And you were out with another
I'm
woman?
a hater, man. No, even if I, whether I was out with another girl, back in the days, I could be out with another girl.
Right.
But now you're just like getting food with your boys.
I ain't crazy. I used to do
The
shit
Subway
like,
sandwiches.
before I went out. So say you
If
and
I fucking
met,
found that out and you stood me up for Subway with your boys.
I did that. I've
No,
done
Peter.
That. There's so many women that's gonna.
Well, I'm
see
glad
it.
you're being honest.
There's so many women that's gonna watch this show and be like, "Oh shit, he used to do that shit to me all the time."
He was eating a footlong. I knew it.
There's something else I used to do back in the days. It's fucked
Well-
up. I'm gonna give y'all this one. This is a perfect podcast for this story.
Can't wait, Pete.
My first dates. I would say, hey, I left something at the studio, my rhyme pad, or I gotta go by a chick's house, have sex, then come down and go out.
Wow.
Knock the edge off. I've done that so many times.
Wow.
Okay.
Crazy.
And that's just-
I was crazy.
It's
yo.
crazy that you did it, and then also that you made her wait for it. Like you could have just scheduled that earlier.
Yeah, like I go out with you at 7 and you at 9.
yeah.
No.
No, I get it. Man,
Also, too,
I'm actually learning a lot from you.
I'm keeping it real.
fascinating.
I used to
Thank
pull
you.
up at somebody's house and be like, hey, I was recording here yesterday. I left something. I'll be 5 minutes. I'll be right there. I'm so sorry.
So
No,
you
it's fine.
literally check in with woman A, then go get a nut from woman B, and then go back to woman A.
I kind of did that once
And
at
go
my
out.
birthday party.
Wow.
I felt pretty cool.
Wow.
The thing is, because you know you're not having sex over here. You know this is
sure.
probably a project you got to work on. This ain't no
put some
time soon.
time.
So how do you relax yourself, not think about nothing? This was
And
my.
that's
hold
more
on.
than jerking off in the car or
This is
anything.
my thinking now. I don't jerk off.
He doesn't
Okay.
need to. It's
Most
Peter
of my
Gunz.
friends-
Come on, Krystyna.
Most of my friends
I
don't
was gonna
believe me.
say no. You know what? I absolutely
Never.
believe you. And I was
I
gonna
don't do
say
that.
if you also masturbate a lot, that's crazy.
I've never done it. That's not my thing.
You've
never
done it?
masturbated?
I'm swear on all
I
of
believe you.
my mother just died.
That's crazy.
Do you know how to do it?
Wait, have you? Yeah.
Not my thing. So
But how do you know?
But like gun to your head or gun to your dick, that woman comes back with a
Knife to dick.
knife to your dick.
it's
Do
easy
you-
to figure out. It's like pulling out in
I was
getting it
surprised
out.
by
There's
some
some
things the
methods.
first
But it's
time.
not my thing.
There's some methods.
I've never finished myself ever.
Wow.
Never.
Full
Wow.
surprises.
And that's because, and most people say that's bullshit. He's lying.
I know you're
What about
not.
when he was a kid? When I was a kid, I was already active for the wrong reasons. I don't want to talk about it. It's dark.
Yeah,
I was
well-
active early.
Okay.
Yeah. We've had a lot
So
of
by-
conversations about that on the show.
So by the time I've gotten to the point where I wanted it,
Yeah.
it was available. So I never did. So I never really was that. And I would probably, if I did try, be there for 2 hours trying to get that.
So wait,
when I
that-
know it's a woman somewhere waiting for me.
So
Right.
I always thought this.
What
like,
if you put some lipstick right here?
That's still a man's hand. A strong
is that
man's
it?
hand with
But
calluses
listen, though.
on it. I'm good.
There's like some like yarn hair.
Oh,
The eyes.
I've had women that finished me though.
Tiffany?
I had a woman that was
yeah.
good at that.
Yeah, that jerking off.
She was
Yeah.
wonderful at
Well,
that.
also, you're the exact guy a woman would want to jerk off with because it's like, well, you've never done it to yourself, so I can't be bad. You know what I
Right.
mean?
No, she was perfect. She
That's
was good.
great.
She had a towel, the warm oil, the towel. everything.
Wow.
She was
Oh,
amazing.
we gotta step it up.
She would rather, she'd
Wait,
rather
what'd
do
she
that
do?
than to sleep with me, she said.
She got the deluxe.
Wait, she got a
spa
warm
treatment.
oil?
Yeah. and a
Warm
towel.
oil.
She was great at that.
Wow. 2 hands like this?
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh.
That's a
I
good
don't want to
move.
brag when you say the 2-hand thing. I don't want people to think I'm bragging.
You don't know.
You got
we
a big
don't-
dick, you got a big dick. It's
Nah,
fine.
It's all right. I'm not there yet.
Oh, okay.
I'm all right. Nah, yeah, she was just good at that.
2-hand blowjobs.
It was like
Check
spa.
your privilege at the
It was
door,
like-
Peter.
It was like spa treatment, music,
Right.
just
Wow.
like soft music, and she
Lavender.
was wonderful with that. Yeah.
That's beautiful.
Took a long time for me and her to stop seeing each other too.
Right. Well,
I
good at
couldn't
handies.
give that up.
I'm sure you
That's
She
figured
was
really
something
very
out.
handy. She came in handy.
Also, but here's the thing though. It makes sense that you don't jerk off or you never have. But also too, when you associate coming with another woman being involved, then that makes all the sense. Because some people have sex with a lot of women for so many different reasons, like a plethora. There's so many reasons that you would want to fuck a lot, and some are healthy, and some you could consider non-healthy. But whatever, it's whatever it is. But if you are associating coming with needing to have another woman there, like. Yeah, like that would make me a sex addict too.
And
like
if women are available, I've always had women available. It was never a time I wasn't. There's never long periods of time didn't have a woman available to handle that.
Right.
In the short time that I did, I was able to just chill. But
yeah.
It
was for like a day.
I argue with my friends, even some of my family members.
Wow.
Because I got friends that jerk off every day.
Right. Well, and sometimes some guys do it multiple times a day.
Work, all type of shit.
Yeah.
Wow.
I swear. But
energetically,
nobody believes y'all. You're the first two to say, I believe you.
I 100% believe you.
Nobody believes me.
And I almost wish I would stop masturbating so that I would associate like the only time I would have like an orgasm is with sex. That also makes sex more enjoyable. Like it does a lot of things to deepen the experience and to make you want to have multiple partners. Like it makes all the sense in the world.
I want to ask you a question then. I feel like older women
tread lightly, Peter.
You guys are not older women.
Okay. All right.
Y'all not older women. But I'm just asking just in general. It seems like the sex drops. They say it gets I'm noticing to me, it gets less.
I'm 38 and I'm hornier than ever.
I've never been so horny.
See, that's not old.
Well, I can only tell you up to the time
we've
that
only
I've
been this
gotten
old.
to.
But you got friends that's older than that. No, you don't know.
Yeah,
nobody?
I'm 42.
Oh my God. But no, Susan Bratton we've had on the podcast. She's in her 60s or 50s.
She still likes to
late
bang?
50s. Oh, she's got orgies for her birthday. She's a sex educator.
Just call my mom.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
She's like Susan's like super hot and like very open about how much she loves sex, loves I believe she's poly, but she's like, you can have, great sex until your 90s. I'm like, I don't know if I want that. But there's a lot of women I know that are just, I think like attracts like. So like horny women, we're just around, like all my female friends are super horny.
I think it's different for everyone too. I think a lot of these older women, maybe they've been married to a guy who's like not bringing it, and that's what made it go away.
Sometimes we can be less horny because we're sick of like dudes bullshit or something like that.
Yeah, listen, I'm sure I've been down there. I know a few women had to be sick of me. But I always want to go.
Yeah, I feel like the older I get, the better at sex. Like the more I learn about sex, the more you have sex. You're like, wait, let's explore this, and like, wait, what's this? And you look for things that make you feel like a little like adventurous and maybe a little nervous, Right. And so as long as you follow that, like, I don't think it'll ever go away.
Yes, very important, ladies. Very important.
We agree. And we know you agree too. Well, thank you so much, Peter, for being on the show. Did you have any other questions you wanted to?
No, I mean, I think you've really answered everything.
You're fantastic.
It's been beautiful.
Thank you.
This was a journey.
What's
like being honest.
Yeah, we appreciate that. Do you want to promote anything? Where can we find you online?
No, man, listen, I'm about to shoot a show called Graves Inn Prime. It's a mob series from the 80s. They're on their second season. This is my first season, so that starts. Are
you an actor in it?
Yeah.
Oh,
congratulations!
Yeah, I'm doing
That's
a little
amazing.
acting, a couple little independent films, but this show I'm excited about.
Very cool.
And just look for me on Instagram.
Yeah.
Peter Gunz 174, and you'll find out what's going on from there. It's not too much more. I got a couple 50th anniversary shows and coming up, and I don't know the dates, so I don't want to even start promoting that.
Oh, there's one last question. Have you ever worked with Beyonce?
Well, we were on the same label. We toured. We did a couple shows together.
Really?
Yeah, Beyonce. I've worked with Jay-Z.
Yeah.
I've worked with her. Yeah,
Beyonce
was. I haven't seen Beyonce since Miami years ago. Beyonce, I did a song with Mariah Carey. That was my remix.
Wow.
It was an excellent song. Yeah, we were all signed to Sony.
Oh, nice.
So Columbia Records, we were all over there. So we all, once you're on the label, you all end up in
same hangout.
Yeah, but at that time, Beyonce was opening up for me. And now, look at Beyonce now.
Oh my, so Beyonce.
When I see Beyonce, I'm going to be like, oh, you went to the moon and left me, huh? Just left me down here on Earth. Imagine that, Beyonce.
That woman is the most impressive person I've ever come across. I'm a huge Beyonce fan.
Me too.
Go to all of her shows.
I think she's amazing. She's one of the greatest entertainers, if not my favorite female entertainer of all years, Beyonce. So that's just, just my opinion. But I love a lot of people, but I love Beyonce as well. Yeah. Beyonce. And her husband, Jay-Z, is my favorite rapper. So
he's at a fantastic... I've seen all the Run 1 and 2 tours. You're like, everyone was there for Beyonce, and then you're like, oh yeah, Jay-Z's incredible. Like you forget, and then he comes on, and you're like, fucking goddamn, he's so talented.
So shout out to J and B. Cool with Beyonce, cooler with Jay-Z. That's my guy.
Yeah, he's a cool dude. Cool. Thanks, Peter.
Of course.
Thank you very much. This has been Guys We Fuck, the anti-slut shaming podcast. We'll talk to you next Friday.